still talking about food. We have our nutrition nests on the couch, and this morning she'll be talking about food and its influence on weight management. Oluwaseun Adewole is a registered nurse, wellness coach, and weight loss consultant. She's dedicated to promoting healthier, more vibrant lifestyles. She's the founder of Delight Juices and Smoothies, a health-focused brand that specializes in crafting nutritious recipes, smoothies, and juices that align with her mission for holistic well-being. How are you doing?
Morning.
Morning. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
So I see that you have brought all the classes of food literally right here to bother, to further expatiate on the importance of these food, these classes of food and its influence on our weight management. A lot of us keep on saying, I'm on a diet, I'm on a diet, I'm on a diet. But we really do not know how to, eat in moderation. Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about rice. Okay. Rice is a usual staple. It's a staple in every home. I mean, I know people who eat it maybe more times in a day than others. I mean, literally every day of the week they're eating rice, but they're on a diet. I don't know how that's going to work. But hey, talk to us about the role of rice and it's, the importance of rice and the role it plays when it comes to weight management.
Thank you once again.
Thanks for being here.
So we have two different kinds of rice here. Okay. We have the white rice and the ofada rice, which is the brown rice. So this is refined, this is unrefined. This is unrefined because it is not yet stripped of its fiber and nutrients. And this is refined because it has been stripped of its natural nutrients and fibers. So when you consume more of this, it will lead to weight gain. Yeah, and how?
So you're saying that ofada rice is a better option?
Yes.
I've always heard that ofada rice is a healthier option, though. But now that you've further explained it, it's sort of, it's resonating now because I'm like, oh, wow, okay. I see why, health experts would advise that we go for ofada rice instead of the refined rice. So please go ahead.
When you consume this, it is broken down into the bloodstream as glucose. And then when there's this glucose in the blood, there's an impulse, like a signal sent to the cells of the pancreas, which releases an hormone called insulin. So what that insulin does is that it regulates the blood sugar, the blood glucose level. But when you overconsume this, you take beyond the requirements, depending on your goal to lose weight, the insulin will promote weight gain. Because when there's too much of this in the bloodstream, that is, which has been converted to glucose, the insulin will be more released than usual. So then it will now promote weight gain. And then it will move more of this to the cells, which results in weight gain. And this is the unrefined one. It is slow to digest. So it does not cause weight gain. So this is considered for one that wants to lose weight. And if this is the only option you have, you can have this in a small quantity with a lot of vegetables. Because this is the most common rice. Yes, this is the most common one. So it's better you take it in moderation than with a lot of vegetables. I mean,
because ofada rice is more expensive. It's not easily accessible compared to, our regular refined rice. And also, people are a lot skeptical about it because of, the process for cooking. Because you have to pick to ensure that there are no stones in there.
It's stressful.
Yeah, it can be quite stressful. So let's move over to our beans. That's another staple that is quite, common in our homes.
Yeah. When you want to lose weight, this is a protein. This is a source of protein, beans. When you consume this, it helps you feel full. There's an hormone called ghrelin. That ghrelin will tell your brain, will send a signal to your brain that you are hungry. But when you consume this, it reduces the release of that hormone called ghrelin. So then it reduces the way you eat, like you have less appetite, and then it makes you feel full. Has a lot of fiber, nutrients, which helps you feel full.
I'm very curious about, the role of beans and, how it affects the ghrelin. Let's talk about other foods that also help to sort of, helps to sort of activate the ghrelin in our body, sending it to our brains to sort of eat in moderation.
to eat in moderation. It's
Right.
majorly proteins.
Majorly
Proteins,
Okay,
yeah, majorly proteins,
fantastic.
and fibers too.
Fibers.
Fibers and vegetables.
All right, fantastic.
Carrots, yeah.
So let's move on to our eggs. But then again, let me go back to our beans because there's been a lot of debate about
Beans is a carbohydrate.
Exactly. Is it a carbohydrate? Does it have more protein? Does it have less fiber? And also based on research, it has more fiber than carbohydrates and then more carbohydrates than protein, right? But I mean, we also know the importance of fiber and it's the role that it plays in our bodily functions, right? So please go ahead.
It is a carbohydrate, but an unrefined carbohydrate, not a refined carbohydrate. It's still natural, right? It still has its fiber and nutrients, but also it contains protein. It has both carbohydrates, proteins, but it is an unrefined carbohydrate.
All right, great. Now, eggs. Okay, so I'm going to first off beg you to tread with caution because eggs are very expensive. This morning I saw a report that eggs have been increased, it's experiencing 100% increase right now. So let's talk about eggs quickly. We will have to eat half an egg a day.
Eggs are also a source of protein,
right?
But they have cholesterol. So depending on your goal also, you reduce the consumption of eggs. Yeah, because they also have cholesterol. So the more you eat, the more cholesterol is released into the bloodstream, putting you at a risk of health problems and at the same time increasing your weight.
So how many eggs do you advise that we eat a day?
1 to 2 per day.
1 to 2
per day, yes. And again, depending on what you have on your plate, if you already have a lot of cholesterol on your plate,
you need to reduce that.
Yes.
So quickly, let's head over to, let's quickly talk about the vegetables and the fruits, because let's move over to the fruits and the vegetables because they fall, you know, in the same category. But anyways, we know the role that fruits play. They give us vitamins. And,
it makes you feel full, reduce your appetite too.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure having you, and thanks for breaking down, you know, these classes of food and, you know, our weight management. We have to go now. The show continues in a bit, people. It's the top of the hour. Stay with us. We'll be right back.